Hi, in this video we are going to discuss about the second experiment of measurement and instrumentation laboratory, that is calculation of average value, RMS value, peak factor and form factor. We are going to use LabVIEW for this calculation. The original idea is we are going to use a data acquisition card and we are going to sample the signal, and from that signal we will be calculating these quantities. Because of the limitations of online classroom, it is not possible to use a data acquisition card. So therefore we are going to simulate a sampled signal in LabVIEW, and for that we are going to evaluate these quantities. Okay. Let us start LabVIEW. Once you open the LabVIEW, a window like this will be displayed. Let us create a new VI. Once a VI file has been opened, two windows will be there, front panel as well as block diagram. In block diagram we will be creating a simulate signal block which is available in express, input and simulate signal. The purpose of the block is to simulate a sampled signal instead of a data acquisition box. Okay. Once the block is placed, it will ask for several options. Initially let the signal be sine wave and set the frequency as 50 Hz, and the sampling period of the signal, let it be 20 times the frequency of the sine wave. Since our power frequency is 50 Hz, we sample it at least 20 times, that is 50 into 20, that is 1000 Hz. Click on OK. Once this block is created, you can create several control for different factors of this AC quantity. Let us create a control for amplitude of the signal. Right click, create control. Okay. As we have seen in the previous experiment, the output of the sampled signal or from the simulate signal blocks will be dynamic data that we need to convert it into pure waveform array. For that we use the block convert from dynamic data. Once that block is placed, it will ask for several options. By default, choose the default option and click OK. Now connect the output to dynamic data type. Now we have an array of data corresponding to the simulated sampled signal. Our first step is calculation of average voltage. The formula for average voltage is 1 by t integral 0 to t v of t dt, which can be approximated in discrete form as 1 by n summation of I equal to 1 to n v of I, where v of I is the sampled signal and capital N is the total number of signals available. You can either use for loop to evaluate this, otherwise in array under numeric session sum of array block is available. Let me choose this block under numeric, that is add array element. It will give summation of all the elements in the array. Let us connect this block. Next we need to divide the summation by total number of elements. In array there is a block called array size. Choose that block, pass the input array. Now in the output we have number of elements. Next we need to divide this summation by the number of elements in the array, which is the average value. Let me create an indicator. Create indicator. This value, let us rename it as average value, VAVG. Let us run the program. For a sinusoidal signal with input amplitude as 1, you can see that output average is displayed as almost 0, that is 1.44 into 10 power minus 17, which is not the case. Okay. Usually for sinusoidal signals we consider only one half cycle, and for that we calculate average. Otherwise we can say that this average is average rectified value. In order to enable this rectification, that is, we need to consider only the magnitude component. We use absolute block. Absolute block is available in numeric absolute value. We pass this array to this absolute value, that we will use it for summation. Okay, so for amplitude 1, the average value is 0.63, which will be 2 by pi. This is the average value. Next, let us evaluate RMS value. For RMS value, the formal definition or formula as per the definition is square root of 1 by t integral 0 to t v of t square dt. Approximately, after sampling, it can be written as t square root of 1 by n summation of I is equal to 1 to n e of I whole square. That means we need to square all the elements in the array, then we need to add it, divide it by the number of elements, then take square root. We will do it. First let us take square. Square option will be available under numeric. And we add all the elements in the array after taking the square. And the next step, we need to divide it by the number of elements in the array. Number of elements we have already calculated here. This value we need to take square root. Square root is also available under numeric. Let us create an indicator here. Label is renamed as VRMS. We run the program, we are getting the RMS is 0.707 for the sine wave. Okay. Next thing is the peak factor. It is also called as crest factor. Crest factor or peak factor is equal to V peak divided by V RMS. If the signal does not have any offset, your maximum value is the peak value. But if the signal has offset, then we need to calculate the peak value. As of now, the signal we have generated doesn't have any offset. We need to find the maximum value. Maximum value of an array can be obtained using array max and min block. You select the block under array, pass the input array, and the first output will be max value. Let us create an indicator here. This is the peak value. The crest factor is going to be Vp divided by Vrms. This is V peak divided by Vrms. Create indicator. This is peak factor. Next, form factor is equal to Vrms divided by V average. Form factor is equal to Vrms. It has to be divided by V average. Let us create an indicator here. Let us run the program and we will evaluate the results. Okay. The peak factor for sine wave with unit amplitude is √2. It is correct. We are getting the almost same value, which is 1.414, and form factor is 1.11. We are getting that value. So using this program, we have calculated all the important factors associated with an AC quantity. We have calculated average value, RMS value, peak factor and form factor. You try to repeat this experiment for different kinds of waveform and note down their values. You can change the waveform type under simulate signal block. You can choose different signals. Okay, for different types of signals, you record the values of calculated values of V average, VRMS, peak factor, form factor, etc. and compare it with their theoretical values. Check whether you are getting the correct answer. Thank you.